Hello all, welcome back to my channel Dent. Today we'll be covering the topic tongue from Cross Anatomy. This will be lecture 1 and we'll be able to complete the dorsal surface of tongue, ventral surface of tongue and papilla of the tongue. So the tongue is a mobile muscular organ in the oral cavity which bulges upwards from the floor of mouth. Its posterior part forms the anterior wall of the oropharynx. So, coming to the functions of the tongue helps in taste, speech, mastication, and deglutition. The shape of tongue is conical and it is elongated posterior-anteriorly and flattened dorsoventrally. The external features of the tongue exhibit a root. A root of the tongue is attached to the mandible and hyoid, and a body, which is the bulk of the tongue, and the tip, which is the free end, which comes in contact with the food. The tongue has two surfaces, the dorsal surface and the ventral surface. Here you are seeing the diagram of the dorsal surface. We can appreciate the epiglottis here, and the tongue part marked with blue color is the posterior one-third part of the tongue, and the one marked with pink color is the anterior two-third of the tongue. In the posterior one-third, we can appreciate lymphoid follicles. These lymphoid follicles together are called the lingual tonsil, and we can see the palatoglossal fold and the palatine tonsil here in the sides. And in the anterior two-third, these circles which we are seeing are the velvet papillae or the circumvallate papillae. Here, that is foramen cecum and the sulcus terminalis, which separates the anterior and the posterior. Coming to the papillae visible on the anterior part, these elongated papillae are the foliate papillae, and the ones in the margin is the fungiform papillae, and here we can appreciate the filiform papillae. We can also see a medial furrow here. Coming to the papillae of the tongue, they are projection of lamina propria of mucous membrane covered with epithelium. There are four chief types of papillae found. The first one being vallate papillae. They are also known as the circumvallate papillae. They are largest, that is 1 to 2 millimeter in diameter, and vary in number from 8 to 12. So we can see this here, the V-shaped. They are arranged in a V-shaped manner. The next one is filiform papillae. These are the narrowest and most numerous papillae. They are minute conical projection with sharp pointed tips. The third one being fungiform papillae. They have a red rounded head which is about 1 mm in diameter and narrower base, mostly present at the apex and margins of the tongue. The fourth one being the foliate papillae. They consist of inconsistent vertical grooves and ridges near the margin in front of sulcus terminalis. The diagram which you are seeing here is the diagram of ventral surface of the tongue or the inferior surface of the tongue. Here in the middle we can appreciate frenulum linguae. Frenulum linguae is a medial fold of mucous membrane connecting the tongue to the floor of mouth. Then we can see the deep lingual vein on either sides of frenulum linguae. And next to this, we can see the plica fimbriata. This is the fringed or fimbriated fold of mucous membrane. And here we can see the openings of ducts of sublingual gland. This one is the opening of submandibular gland at the center, and the whole purple thing which we are seeing here are the sublingual papillae. So this was it for today. We will be uploading the part 2 soon. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more such content. Thank you.